Hi guys! So in this video I'm going to show how I made this Speed Freak and his custom plane. So I started out by using this cheap plane by Revell. I've never built any of these kind of sets before, but it seems pretty simple. I didn't use the instructions as I wanted to make it up as I went along, just like the orcs would have done if they had made it themselves. So it's just a case of cutting out the parts and then gluing them together. So I'm just making sure the orc fits in, which he does, which is good news. As the plane is going to crash into the sea, I just wanted to add a little bit of damage to one of the wings. And rather than cut it, I thought I'd have a go at heating the wing up and then I can just bend it. So it caught fire a little bit, but that's fine. Just adds a bit more damage to it, which is pretty good. And there we go, one bent damaged wing. So to make it look a bit more orc built, I'm just going to add loads of extra panels all over it. Just to make it look like it's been made from scraps of metal. I also added some bits of mesh and I think it came out pretty good. And then I'm just going to glue on these little diamondy things, just so they look like rivets. To make it look a bit more orc-like, I'm just going to add on these few extra little bits. As I enjoyed melting the plastic earlier, I'm going to have a go again and melt the propeller blades. So I added a couple of guns and some missiles and a few extra little bits here and there, and I think it looks pretty good now. So before I go on to paint it, I just wanted to seal it a bit. So I'm just using some PVA glue to paint all over. So I've given it a coat of grey primer, and now I'm just going to paint the whole thing black. So I've been watching quite a lot more painting tutorials, and recently saw one where they'd painted a vehicle black and then did some dry brushing with some silver for a great effect. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. And there we go. I really like how that's come out. And now I'm just going to paint the panels red. As everyone knows, red makes things go faster. So I've only just started buying orc figures, and the first box I got was orc looters. And that's who this guy is. So I chose this guy's head and arms as they were the nearest ones to look like a kind of pilot who was sitting in a seat. I will be buying a lot more orc sets soon, especially the vehicle sets, and aim to do a lot of kit bashing in the future. And to finish it off, we do the checkerboard pattern. So the C is made of a clear resin, which I need to pour into some sort of mould. So for this, I'm just going to use this bowl. But as it's quite deep, I'm going to cut off the top part. So once I'd cut off the top part, I then thought this bottom half might be difficult to get the mould out of. Because the plastic's pretty thick, it is quite hard to cut. So I had the cunning idea that I would glue the bit I cut off onto this clear plastic. So by gluing this top bit onto this sheet of plastic, will make it so much easier once it's all done to pull the two pieces apart. So the hot glue gun is perfect for joining the two together. So this is the clear resin that I'm using, comes in 2 parts and is mixed to a ratio of 2:1. There's a link in the description to everything that I use in all these videos, and you'll soon come to see that everything I buy is always from Amazon. So it's just a case of measuring the 2 parts out and then thoroughly giving it a good stir afterwards. This is a slow curing resin, so you have plenty of time to do this. As it is going to represent the sea, I'm going to add a couple of drops of this deep blue into it. And then I give that a good stir to thoroughly mix in the colour. So I pour in 1 cup just so it's got a bit of a base to it, and then I can position my plane on top. And as I want the plane to be at a bit of an angle, I'm just going to prop it up into place. And now it's propped, I can just keep up mixing batches of the resin and pouring it in. And in the end, I think I made up about 4 different batches. So there's quite a few air bubbles that have come to the surface, and the easiest way of getting rid of these if you haven't got a vacuum pump is to put a little flame over it. And then like magic, they disappear. And then 12 hours later, it's all fully cured, and I can just peel away this bottom sheet. So this came away so much easier than if I'd put it into the bottom of the plastic pot. And there we go, it's not come out too bad. Just got to tidy up the edges a little bit down the bottom. Which I can just carefully cut away. And now I can just glue in my little guy and his little windscreens. And it's ready for me to make the waves on top of the sea. And for this I'm using something I've never used before, this Liquitex gloss gel. It wasn't cheap, but from all the videos I've seen, this one gives the best effect. And then just using this little stirrer, I can just paste it on and then just dab it around just to make an uneven surface. So this goes on white, but the more it dries, the clearer it goes. And this is how it looks 12 hours later. So I'm pretty pleased with the effect, especially as the first time I've used this stuff. If you have enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button and leave some comments below. Let me know what you thought of this video and what you might want to see me do in the future. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell just so you get informed of when my videos come out. If you are able, guys, it'd be great if you could share this on Twitter, your Facebook page or Facebook group, Discord and Reddit. That'd be awesome. Here's another video you can click on to see more of what I do. Okay guys, that's it. Bye for now.